In a village where hunger was once unknown, where every harvest was blessed, there lived one creature whose name alone made people lock their doors at night. Not because he was strong, not because he was dangerous, but because he was too clever for his own good. His name was Anansi the spider. And this is the story of how greed nearly destroyed him, forever. Long ago, in a warm African village surrounded by golden fields and tall palm trees, lived Anansi. Now, Anansi was not poor. He had food. He had shelter. He even had friends who often shared with him. But Anansi had a problem worse than hunger. He had greed. No matter how much he had, he always wanted more. If someone harvested yams, Anansi wanted their yams. If someone caught fish, Anansi wanted their fish. If someone cooked soup, Anansi wanted the biggest bowl. The villagers whispered, "Anansi doesn't eat because he is hungry. He eats because he cannot stop wanting." One year, the rain stopped coming. The rivers dried. The farms cracked. Food became scarce. Soon, the entire village began to suffer. People shared what little they had. Families helped each other survive. But not Anansi. Instead of sharing, he began sneaking into farms at night, stealing crops. He raided kitchens. He even took food from children. Yet strangely, no one could ever catch him, because Anansi was always too clever. One evening, while wandering deep into the forest looking for more food to steal, Anansi met a mysterious old man. The man sat under a giant tree beside a glowing clay pot. The smell coming from the pot was magical. It smelled like roasted meat, fresh bread, sweet honey, and every delicious meal imaginable. Anansi's mouth filled with saliva. He asked, "Old man, what is inside that pot?" The old man smiled slowly. "This is the pot of endless food. It gives anything you ask for." Anansi's eyes widened. "Anything. Anything," the man repeated. But then he added one warning. "This pot must only be used by those who share. If used selfishly, it will bring terrible consequences." Anansi barely listened. All he heard was endless food. That night, Anansi stole the pot. He ran home and whispered, "Pot, give me roasted chicken." Instantly, it appeared. "Pot, give me yam porridge." It appeared. "Pot, give me honey cakes." It appeared. Soon Anansi was eating day and night. He grew fatter, lazier, and even more selfish. While the entire village starved, Anansi hid inside his hut, secretly feasting. One day, a thin, hungry child followed the smell of delicious food. The child peeked into Anansi's hut and saw mountains of food. The child ran back and told the villagers. They were shocked. While everyone was suffering, Anansi had been hiding endless food. The villagers confronted him. "Why didn't you share?" they asked. Anansi replied coldly, "It is mine. I found it." The villagers were heartbroken, but they left quietly. That night, as Anansi laughed and ate alone, the pot suddenly began to shake. A deep voice echoed, "You were warned." Suddenly, food began pouring out uncontrollably. Rice flooded the hut. Soup overflowed. Meat piled endlessly. Anansi screamed. The food rose higher and higher. Soon he was buried under a mountain of food he could not escape. The more he begged it to stop, the faster it poured. By morning, The villagers found Anansi buried in food up to his neck. He cried, "Please help me. I cannot move." The villagers stood silently. Then the village elder spoke. "You wanted everything for yourself? Now you have more than you can handle." Ashamed, Anansi finally begged, "I am sorry. I was wrong. I will share." Only then did the elder approach the pot. He said calmly, "Pot, stop." And it did. From that day forward, the magical pot belonged to the entire village. Food was shared equally. And Anansi, he was forced to serve food to others every day. Whenever he tried to take extra, the villagers would laugh and say, "Careful, Anansi, remember the mountain of food." And Anansi would lower his head in shame. And so, children and elders alike learned. Greed does not make you rich. It only makes you lonely. Because when you take everything for yourself, you may end up buried under the very thing you wanted most. And that is the story of Anansi and the pot of greed. If you enjoyed this African folktale, make sure you like the video, comment your favorite part, and subscribe for more powerful stories from African legends. Because the next story might teach a lesson you will never forget.